This said, he softly drew the knight aside where none might hear, and then bespake him thus: "How chanceth it thy nephew's rage and pride makes him so far forget himself and us? Hardly could I believe what is betide, a murder done for cause so frivolous. How I have loved him, thou and all can tell, but Godfrey loved him but whilst he did well. I must provide that every one have right, that all be heard, each cause be well discussed, as far from partial love as free from spite. I hear complaints, yet naught but proves I trust. Now if Rinaldo weigh our rule too light, and have the sacred lore of war so brust, take you the charge that he before us come, to clear himself and hear our upright dome. But let him come withouten bond or chain, for still my thoughts do him grace are framed. But if our power he haply shall disdain, as well I know his courage yet untamed, to bring him by persuasion take some pain. Else, if I prove severe, both you be blamed, that forced my gentle nature against my thought to rigour, lest our laws return to naught." Lord Guelpho answered thus: "What heart can bear such slanders false, devised by hate and spite, or with staid patience reproaches hear, and not revenge by battle or by fight? The Norway prince hath bought his folly dear, but who with words could stay the angry knight? A fool is he that comes to preach or prate, when men with swords their right and wrong debate. And where you wish he should himself submit to hear the censure of your upright laws, alas, that cannot be, for he is flit out of this camp. Withouten stay or pause, there take my gage. Behold, I offer it to him that first accused him in this cause, or any else that dare, and will maintain that for his pride the prince was justly slain. I say with reason, Lord Gernando's pride he hath abated. If he have offended 'gainst your commands, who are his lord and guide, O pardon him, that fault shall be amended. If he be gone, quoth Godfrey, let him ride and brawl elsewhere. Here let all strife be ended, and you, Lord Guelpho, for your nephew's sake, breed us no new, nor quarrels old awake. This while the fair and false Armida strive to get her promised aid and sure possession, the day to end, with endless plaint she derived. Wit, beauty, craft for her made intercession, but when the earth was once of light deprived, and western seas felt Titan's hot impression, 'twixt two old knights and matrons twain she went, where pitched was her fair and curious tent. But this false queen of craft and sly invention, whose looks love's arrows were, whose eyes his quivers, whose beauty matchless, free from reprehension, a wonder left by heaven to after livers, among the Christian lord had bred contention, who first should quench his flames in Cupid's rivers, while all her weapons and her darts rehearsed, had not Godfredo's constant bosom pierced. To change his modest thought the dame procureth, and proffereth heaps of love's enticing treasure. But as the falcon newly gorged endureth her keeper lure her oft, but comes at leisure, so he, in fullness of delight, assureth what long repentance comes of love's short pleasure. Her crafts, her arts, herself, and all despiseth, so base affections fall when virtue riseth. And not one foot his steadfast foot was moved out of that heavenly path wherein he paced. Yet 1,000 wiles and 1,000 ways she proved to have that castle fair of goodness raised. She used those looks and smiles that most behove to melt the frost which his hard heart embraced, and 'gainst his breast 1,000 shot she ventured. Yet was the fort so strong it was not entered.